The following was recorded in front of a live studio audience at the Studio 21 Podcast Café. This is the United Podcast Network.
Welcome to the Sicilian Corner, winner of the Italian Heritage Media Award, with your hosts, Tom Zappola and Mike Lamazzo.
Mikey, I think we got it right this time.
Well, the fourth time is always the charm.
Right. No, we got it right. Hey, listen, it's we're a little late with the recording, but we're okay. We're in good shape. How you doing, buddy?
I think things are going quite well, thank you. We got a few raindrops, and that's going to make all the daffodils open up. We got really some warm weather coming in. It's going to reach like 70, I think, during the weekend.
Well, I'm hoping so, Mikey, because I'm a little stressed. You've had a lot to do with it, just putting pressure on me, the pressure that you typically put on me. But, something that rolls off my back.
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah. One thing about you, you're not vindictive at all.
We're doing this show today, and as soon as this show is over, I've got to do the second show, and then we're going to pack up the car, Ellen and I, load it up, and then go for my bike ride. Got to go for my bike ride. Come back, have a little dinner, and tomorrow morning, first thing, we're heading back home, baby. Back home.
Tommy, where will you stop the first time? It's been a while since I've driven to Florida.
Savannah.
Oh, you're going to stay in Savannah? That's a nice, easy ride from your place.
Six
and a half,
hours.
Maybe.
Yeah, 6.5. We're going to stay in Savannah tomorrow night. Richmond on Thursday night. And then we're staying at a really nice resort called the Lake Cliffs Resort up in New Jersey. Very nice. Nice property. Nice. All Hilton properties. So we're,
How close off of 495 is 95 rather is that? The resort you're staying at. How far do you have to get off at 95 to get to it?
A mile.
Oh, it's that close.
Oh yeah, very close.
Very close. Good for you. So you're thinking what? 4 days?
4 days, 3 nights. We take our time coming back. We enjoy it. It's kind of like a little mini vacation for Ellen and I.
Last week I was talking with Rico, and he said his ride home was absolutely awful.
Well, Rico, number one, had some back issues, number one. Number two, he does it in 2 days, which is way too much, in my opinion. I mean, that's like 2 10-hour, 11-hour days. Who the hell wants to do that,
If you can get going around 4 o'clock in the morning, it's not bad.
It's not the way I operate.
There's no traffic. I mean, you can make so much headway. But
I don't care. You get tired, Mike. You get stressed. The muscles in your neck, they like seize up. They do all that stuff.
There's a lot of things you can do to release stress.
There are.
I mean, can Alan give you a neck massage?
Walk me through a couple?
Well, a neck massage would be really good.
I have a neck massager.
That's what I'm talking about, Ellen.
I bought one.
Oh, you did? Okay.
I bought a hand massager, too. It's awesome.
That's the one thing you probably don't need.
You stick your hand in it and it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Seriously, it's a very cool thing. But anyway, I got to tell you what happened. So last Friday, we're having our cocktail out on the lanai, and I noticed some clouds coming in from the south, the Bahamas.
Okay.
And all of a sudden, the wind started picking up, and these black clouds are just heading right for us. So I said to Ellen, Ellen, this is going to be a kind of a freaky little storm here. Now, typically, when you have a storm like that, it usually blows through in 10 or 15 minutes, right? Mike, this thing hit us for an hour, 75-mile-an-hour winds. It was a mini hurricane. And then the next town over, Palm Beach Gardens, a funnel cloud went right through it and went through trashed the neighborhood.
Boy, that's scary, huh?
It was, I've never seen anything like it down here since in the 18 years we've been here. So I'm watching the news, the weather by my guy, Mike Lyons, and he's going over, what to do. And he's advising people to, get on the shelter, all that crap. My TV dies. I just bought this 50-inch last year, fried like a potato. fried like a potato.
Wow.
So I had to, first I called Comcast. They came in the next day, checked all the wires. Guy says, I'm sorry, sir, your
And gone.
TV's deceased. So I headed out to Best Buy. I had to buy another one. Then it's mounted. I had to hire somebody to mount it on the wall because I couldn't do it. It's been that kind of a week, Mikey boy, that kind of a week.
You know, those storms I think that you're talking about, my brother got caught up in them in Clearwater. He was, he was flying home, and he was out in the tarmac for like over an hour and a half until finally they brought the plane back in. And it was a cluster, Tom. Nobody could take off. It screwed up the airports for 3 days.
It's actually, you know, something, they're still recuperating down here. Hey, listen, by the way, we have a good show today. We've got a really good friend of Mike and I, Frankie Imbergamo. Frankie, a lot of people have seen Frankie.
Interesting story.
Very interesting story. Frankie is both a chef and he's an actor. You've seen Frankie in a lot of movies.
And producer.
That's right. He is a producer.
He's a producer and a writer.
Frankie found a little niche for himself. And I call Frankie the most famous extra in Massachusetts. Is that pretty much? He's been in every goddamn movie, Mikey, right?
I believe he has more than 50 films to his credit. Yeah. And he's played with some pretty good size.
Oh,
I mean, we're going to talk about, when he comes back on with us, we're going to chat with him. And
well, he hasn't been on with us yet.
No. But when he comes on, well, he's been on the show with us before.
Oh, many times.
That was my point of what I said.
Hey, Mikey, by the way, I appreciate you zooming in last night on the St. Alfio meeting. You really contributed. Nice job.
You know something, I wanted to, but I got a call last night, probably 9:15. Barbara was having a problem at the house, and under her sink was leaking like crazy. So I shot down, did the best we could, and
now what was the problem?
There's underneath the sink. There's two faucets, and the seal broken one, and that's not bad if you can close off the house main, but it was so rusted I could not shut the main off to the house. So I called a plumber. And we were fortunate enough that he lived in the area. And he came, he got there about 9:30ish or so. And, he took care of the problem the best he could, temporary fix. And
what did that set you back?
I haven't got the bill yet.
Oh, big money, Mikey. Big money.
Now, I have it correct. Your address is still Merrimac, Massachusetts, because that's where they're sending it.
No.
Oh, you moved.
Yeah, we moved.
Where are you now?
Haverhill Street in Lawrence, 103 Haverhill Street.
103 Haverhill Street. Yeah, I'm thinking of moving too.
Yeah, you should move. I thought about Alaska.
Oh, God.
Are you really thinking, all kidding aside, don't you think you should downsize a little bit? You're in a goddamn mansion.
I'd like to move to Camden, Maine.
Camden, Maine, huh?
Absolutely gorgeous.
Going to take us some snowshoeing, are you?
Bit of paradise. Love it. Absolutely love it. Going to be spending 3 or 4 days up there, and next month, I think, or the month after. I think it's June. The place is gorgeous.
I wanted to ask you about that. So basically, you take a vacation every month, correct?
I do.
Excuse me.
2 or 3 days, mostly 2.
2 days a month, you're full of crap.
No, that's our planned vacation. Little things pop up every once in a while because I get a bee in my bonnet. I just want, I want to go somewhere. So,
have you thought about? There's a lot of places like in our area that are gorgeous. We talk about New Hampshire and Maine. Have you thought about? I don't know, Air, Mass.
Well, when I was in the service, I was stationed there for a while.
Fort Devens.
Yeah.
They have a tour. It's a really nice tour.
Yeah, they got a good prison there too.
Yeah.
And Frankie Imbergamo played a prison guard.
He did.
Yeah,
I know
one
he
of
did.
his movies.
Yeah. We're gonna. That's good. All right. So listen, there was something else I had to ask you.
You had a productive meeting last night.
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah, we did. We had a productive meeting. Everybody's on the same page. hopefully,
I hope you told everybody I was asking for them.
I did, and with the help of the good Lord, we may be able to put on an event for the 100th next year. But we're going to keep that under wraps for now. We're going to all see how it all plays out. And by the way, Mikey, we're going out for Chinese food next week. Me, you, Wayne, and Tony.
I'm away. Remember now, Wednesday and Thursday, I'm not here.
Mike, we will revolve our dinner.
Why Chinese? Why? Because it's 2 miles from your house? Why?
Honestly,
there's so many good restaurants. Why don't we go to the Cliff House?
You want to drive to Maine for dinner? No, but there's not a good Chinese joint down here, man. I haven't had Chinese food since like November.
Really?
There's not a good Chinese joint down here.
I've got a great takeout in Wyndham called Lee's. And boy, I'll tell you, she does a wonderful one. What a nice lady.
Well, we had dinner at that Chinese restaurant that I'm talking about.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
You loved it.
I said it wasn't bad.
Well,
but I mean, if we're going to be doing a celebration, why don't we go someplace? You know, yesterday, the weather tea was like in Florida. It really was. It was beautiful here. Spur of the moment, picked up my aunt, Mary Montebianchi. God bless her. She's going to be 90 in August.
She's still living. That's good.
She looks fantastic. Called her up. I called her up. I says, listen, I invited my brother and Barbara and I, and we'd like you to join us. I can be going right down 495. I'll pick you up in Haverhill. We had such a nice afternoon. It was a pleasure. It really was.
Something that's what family is for, Mikey. Here it's really been kind of weird. All of our friends, they're all gone. It's just, the people that
they headed back already.
Everybody's gone. Everybody's left except for Ellen and I and one other friend of ours. Everybody else is pretty much gone. And, we have some of the year-rounders that are here. But I'll tell you, man, after the second week of April down here, it gets quiet. I mean, prior to that, you have to make reservations in restaurants a week before. You can't get into a restaurant. Now, you can walk in. It's fabulous.
Yeah.
Last night, we had a really nice dinner, Ellen and I, because we don't have any food left in the fridge. We went up to right up the street to the North Palm Beach Country Club, sat outside on the deck.
Beautiful.
Had a great dinner. Tonight, we're going to do a little Italian. And you can walk into any restaurant now. That's phenomenal.
And the traffic is a hell of a lot better, I imagine.
Oh, God.
Right?
Are you kidding?
Hey, Tommy, I noticed on the national news, they were talking about the most dangerous mile of highway and the most deaths that occur. And it's on Route 95 in Fort Lauderdale. Down by, there's a road called Road 84. That 1 mile stretch is the most dangerous stretch of road. It just got classified as such. And it's in Fort Lauderdale.
So wait a second.
State 84.
It's off of 95?
No, it's 95. It's Route 95 and this junction, State Road 84.
Yeah, I mean, I've been down there a lot. I've been down there many times. I can't place it.
In the last 10 years, there's been more deaths in that 1 mile stretch, and they chose.
Nice to know.
Yeah, very. You know what other interesting stat? I don't know if you'll find it interesting, but in the state of Florida, the people that live there, only 36% of them were born there.
Oh, I believe that. I believe that.
That's the second, David. That's the second lowest number of all the states.
I believe that. Mikey, everybody's. I mean, every one of our friends that are down here year round that live here now, they've all relocated from the Northeast, from New York, Connecticut, New Jersey, Massachusetts. These are people that are living here. But listen, really interesting article I read this morning in the Wall Street Journal. After all the
wait
dust
a minute. What did you just say? You read in the what?
The Wall Street Journal.
You get the Wall Street Journal?
I read it online every day.
Oh, online. Okay. How much does
What's
that
the
cost?
difference?
How much does that cost you to get it?
Cheap, $12.
$12 a month?
No, $12 a year. It's a special.
$12 a year?
Yeah, it's a special.
Yeah. I think your Hulu's a special.
No, I'm serious. I'm not kidding. But anyway, we got about 2 minutes, 1 minute. They did a search. They looked at all the statistics, right?
Yeah.
Florida came in third or fourth in the entire country with controlling COVID the best. Controlling COVID the best.
Interesting.
Isn't that unbelievable?
Yeah,
After all the gruff that DeSantis got, he had the fourth best rates of everything, mortality, hospitalizations in the country. And who had the worst? California and New York and New Jersey. Cuomo and the people out there, you know what they all attributed to? The lockdowns. The lockdowns made it worse. How's that?
Interesting. You know something?
Listen,
you were in uncharted territory, so
absolutely,
you had to try different things.
All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, Frankie is in the house. Frank Imbergamo. Frankie is a wonderful guy, chef, actor, postman. He's done it all. Hang in there. We'll be right back.
Ciao, this is Esther of You, Me, and Sicily. I want to talk to you about Tommy Amin and the great staff at Butcher Boy Market. Families, foodies, and home chefs come together at Butcher Boy to talk good food and create traditions. They offer the best in quality cuts of beef, pork, lamb, poultry, and restaurant-style steaks and chops. Produce? All of their produce is hand-selected to complement any meal or even to make it your main course. Their deli serves fresh roast beef, turkey, and beautiful imported Italian cold cuts, cheeses, and antipasto. And don't forget the Butcher Boy Bakery, featuring sweet delectables from all over the state, as well as their very own bakery. That's Butcher Boy, where the secret to a great steak is, of course, the steak. Located at 1077 Osgood Street in North Andover, Massachusetts, in the Butcher Boy Plaza. Ciao!
Looking for that something special? All of us here at the Sicilian Corner suggest trying Ristorante Uno, located at 119 Salem Street in Boston's historic North End. For the most exquisite dining experience in an intimate setting that serves authentic regional Italian cuisine and features old country service. Try Ristorante Uno. Did we mention their award-winning wine cellar? Ristorante Uno, 119 Salem Street in Boston's historic North End. Call 617-573-9406 for reservations. That's 617-573-9406. Tell them the boys from the Sicilian Corner sent you.
Today, Lawrence General Hospital has affiliations with leading Boston academic medical centers. Top specialists from Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center and Floating Hospital for Children at Tufts Medical Center work with our local doctors to bring world-class care close to home. Today, amazing partnerships are happening at Lawrence General Hospital. To learn more, visit lawrencegeneral.org/today.
Italian artisan cuisine combines simple, fresh ingredients with time-honored preparation to create an incredible culinary experience. At Tuscan Kitchen, located in Salem's historic Depot District, talented chefs prepare everything in-house from scratch for all to see. Guests enjoy their meal literally in our kitchen as food is prepared right in front of you. Wood ovens burn from morning till night, roasting vegetables, baking bread, and firing delightful thin-crust pizzas. Prime steaks are seared on a wood grill. A rotisserie slowly roasts marinated whole chickens and lamb, while a pasta maker creates fresh fettuccine. More than just artisan cuisine, Tuscan Kitchen features the wine bar, live entertainment, weekly wine tastings, and elegant private dining and event space. Call 603-952-4875 or visit TuscanKitchen.com to make a reservation and learn more about the culinary adventure that awaits. In Italy, cooking is an art form. Tuscan Kitchen. Experience artisan Italian.
Essex Orthopedics and Optima Sports Medicine is pleased to announce the opening of their American College of Radiology accredited MRI unit at their location at 16 Pelham Road in Salem, New Hampshire. So now, in addition to receiving the best orthopedic care in the Merrimac Valley, as well as physical and occupational therapy at Optima Sports Therapy and Rehab, you can also have your MRI, all in one convenient location. The doctors and staff of Essex Orthopedics and Optima Sports Medicine have been dedicated to providing outstanding medical care to the Merrimac Valley in southern New Hampshire since 1984. Located on Route 97, just off Exit 2 from Route 93 North, on the second floor of the Workout Club of Salem. You deserve the best care, and that's exactly what you'll get from the board-certified surgeons at Essex Orthopedics and Optima Sports Medicine. Please call 603-898-2244 to schedule an appointment.
A loyal sponsor for the Sicilian Corner is Hilton Oil Company. Hilton Oil has been located right across from the South Lawrence Common since 1932 at 101 South Union Street. Hilton Oil Company specializes in 24-hour burner service, oil deliveries, including automatic deliveries serving all the Merrimac Valley area, plus portions of southern New Hampshire. If you want your car fixed right the first time, bring it to Hilton's state-of-the-art service station. Remember, Hilton's is also a Mass State inspection station. Hilton Oil Company, 101 South Union Street in Lawrence. Call 978-687-9793.
This is Cindy
and Mike Kunstler,
owners of Grazie Italian Restaurant in Dracut, Massachusetts,
the hidden gem of the Merrimac Valley.
In addition to spectacular views overlooking our golf course, we have an incredible Italian chef, Benny Curti.
Benny was born and raised in Italy and came to be our executive chef in 2013.
Benny is so passionate about cooking. If you haven't experienced the food at Grazie Italian Restaurant, you're truly in for a treat.
Grazie Italian Restaurant, located at Four Oaks Country Club.
All right.
How are you doing today? Pretty good?
Mikey, I got to tell you, man.
Go ahead.
Do you ever have one of those freaking days?
Yeah.
I'm having one of those freaking days.
That's okay.
Nah,
you're
my phone is ringing
entitled.
off the hook. My phone is ringing off the hook.
Why don't you shut it off like you're supposed to?
My sister calls me from Boston. Can you check my condo? I'm having problems with my camera. Do I need this? I mean, do I need this? Frankie, do I need this?
What role, Frankie?
Wait a minute. How about an introduction? You know, that is rude.
It's not
ladies
rude.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Boys and girls.
This is a dear friend of ours, Frankie Imbergamo. Frankie, chef extraordinaire, actor, former postman. Did you know Newman?
I know people like Newman, but not Newman personally.
Frankie, how you doing, buddy?
Good. How you doing today?
Put the microphone just a little bit closer to yourself, to your mouth. There you go.
How's that?
That's perfect.
Better?
You're
better.
in.
Much better.
All right.
Frankie, seriously, great to see you. I'd like to talk, Mikey, if it's okay with you, let's talk about the cooking part first, because really the cooking was kind of a springboard for your whole career, right?
That's correct,
Because
yeah.
why don't you tell us about that whole Emeril Lagasse thing?
Yeah, back in 2005, Emeril Lagasse put something on the web. He had an Italian contest. So I submitted my gravy and meatball recipe from my cookbook, and I submitted it in a bio. You had to have a bio and things like that, why you want to be on the show. And so I submitted it. I was in work one day at the Postal Service, and I got a call like 7 o'clock in the morning from the Food Network. They said, gee, you're in the top 100 for the Emeril contest, and there's 1,500 contestants. So I said, so I didn't think nothing of it. And then a week later, I got another call from the same guy, from the producer from the Food Network, and he said, you're in the top 25. And I said, geez, and now we got excited. I said, 25 people, maybe I got a good shot to win this, you know.
How many were in it?
1,500.
Oof.
Yeah.
Imagine that, T.
He just said that.
1,500.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that, Tom?
It's unbelievable.
I want to make sure you're paying attention, that's all.
I know.
So the third call came in about a week and a half later, and the guy says, Emeril picked you as the top winner. He just made your recipe last night for 100 people. We're coming to Boston, and then we're going to fly you to New York City, and you'll be on the show with Emeril live. So I met them in the Italian butcher shop, the Abruzzese Meat Market on Salem Street in the North End.
Yeah.
7 o'clock in the morning. I was buying the ingredients to make the meatballs. And then we did some walking and talking through the North End, and then they came to my house in Medford, where I live, and I made a live product for them right there, gravy, meatballs. They stayed in my house for like 10 hours. We had some wine, pasta, and
You
meatballs.
mean sauce and meatballs?
Yeah, you mean sauce, right?
Well, where I grew up in the North End, we called it gravy, but I know that's a whole new show. We could gravy versus sauce. You could spend hours and hours fighting about that.
Frankie, would you mind, and if you don't have to, would you mind sharing your recipe?
Oh, no, I don't mind, sure.
So do you use beef and pork and veal, or beef and veal? What do you use?
No,
or just beef?
I use all beef.
All beef.
Usually about 80-20 because the more fat, the fat makes it more moist, the meatballs.
And what do you add to that? Egg, a little breadcrumbs, some sauce. What do you add?
Yeah, I had eggs, fresh garlic, breadcrumbs, plain breadcrumbs, pecorino romano cheese,
fresh
parsley, and I buy all good quality stuff. I buy the Locatelli romano cheese.
That's the key.
You know,
It is. Now, before you make the meatballs, do you add a little sauce or gravy, whatever the hell you want to call it, to the meat to give it a little? You don't.
No.
No.
I just rolled them out and I browned them in olive oil.
Yeah.
And then I put them in the sauce, gravy.
But you don't put them in the oven.
No,
a lot of people are cooking them. I like them in the frying them on. It gives it that crust.
I do too.
Yeah, frying them tastes a lot better. Yeah, I think the frying.
Fry them in olive oil. Yeah. You get them. I mean, how brown do you get them when you brown them, Frank?
Only about a minute and a half, maybe on each side. That's all. Because you want the inside. You want the inside to stay a little raw to cook the rest inside the sauce.
Absolutely. How many hours? How many hours? Would you cook
I took mine 2.5, 3 hours. Yeah. That's all. You want to?
Now, do you ever put in the sauce or the gravy, again, whatever you call it?
Yeah.
Do you put just the meatballs, or do you ever put any ground meat in the sauce besides the meatballs?
No, the ground meat in the sauce would be a bolognese sauce.
Right,
exactly. You're making a meat sauce.
So I'm making a meat sauce. I usually put like meatballs, sausages, and sometimes I'll make a beef bresaola.
I have.
Sometimes I'll put pork chops.
I have a 5.5 pound pork butt that I'm putting in my sauce.
That's a good
which
idea.
I'm going to cook Thursday.
That's great. It's fantastic.
Along with the meatballs and the sausage. But I let that thing cook for about 4 or 5 hours.
That's what I do. I let mine go for 4 or 5
the
hours.
House, David, the house
if you
smells
put a big
so
piece
good.
like that, But if you put
I tell you, my
I love
sugu,
the smell.
Is actually, all kidding aside, my sugu, my grandmother, my mother, and my grandmother's recipe. I throw everything but the kitchen sink in there.
Yeah.
I put obviously I make my meatballs. I put some veal. I put some spare ribs.
Yeah.
As long as it's pork. The pork makes it sweet to you.
Yeah.
And then you know what I do? I also put some chicken in there. I take the skin off and throw some chicken breasts, not chicken breasts, chicken thighs and chicken legs here. I throw it all in.
See, I would think that would make it a little fatty.
Make it greasy.
Yeah, it'd be greasy as hell.
Yeah.
Delicious. No,
Really?
it doesn't, because the key is you're going to take the skin off. I take the skin off.
And you pan fry it first before you put it in?
Oh, absolutely. I brown everything.
I would have thought the chicken would have had a tendency to make
chicken
it.
is usually the cacciatore sauce,
Yeah,
with peppers and mushrooms and onions.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
All right, so Frankie, so you won. You won the contest.
Yeah.
And then what happened after that?
What happened? I was home one day. I got a call from Boston Casting after this was all over. All the show was over. They said, "Gee, we're doing a movie." Angela Perry called me from Boston Casting. She said, "We're doing a movie in Boston with Danny Aiello. We think you'd be a good fit. So come to the studio. We want to see. We want to see you. I think you'd be a good fit for this movie."
Now, this was out of the clear blue sky.
Out of the clear, yeah. And the movie was called Stiffs. So I went up there and I was cast in my first movie, and I was in a scene with Danny Aiello. I was playing a mourner, and I'm walking in the funeral parlor, and he gives me a hug, and we say a few words. He said, "I'm sorry to hear about your loss." I said, "Thank you, Frank." His name was Frank. He was a hearse driver.
I was going to say, yeah.
And the movie was good. It was a good movie. There was Louis Veneria was in it, John Polito, Danny Aiello. So I hung around with them for about 3 days, and I did my part, and it was a lot of fun.
So once that happened, then kind of everything must have exploded. What did you do? You joined the union?
Yeah, after about the fourth movie, I joined the SAG, Screen Actors Guild Union. The second movie I did was The Game Plan with The Rock. I played a team agent with Kyra Sedgwick, and we're walking around with the briefcases. It was like a football team, And then I did Pink Panther 2, The Mall Cop. After about the fourth or fifth movie. Steve Martin, Pink Panther 2. I was in a lot of scenes with that. I was in a lot of scenes in that movie.
That had to be a lot of fun to do.
I played an Italian dignitary. I was walking around with a nice suit on and the champagne with the other woman.
Frankie, have you ever had a speaking part?
Oh yeah, I've had plenty of speaking parts. Sometimes they call it day player part.
So what do you think? He signs?
No, sometimes they give you they call 3 to 5 words.
No,
a character actor.
Extras sometimes just walk by a camera.
They don't even use that word extra no more. They use background performers now.
Yeah, I mean, you've never seen that, Mike?
I have. I want to ask you a question. Look at that face in front of us, right?
Yeah.
Where do you think he would be best cast?
I think
with his personality,
I think he'd be
being
good
as abrasive as he is. Where would you think that he would be?
I think a sportscaster.
I can do that.
Perfect fit.
I think that'd be perfect for him.
I can do a
and he knows, he's into sports because he's written some books.
He could do alongside Joe Castiglione, do some baseball.
I could do that. I could be a color guy. Absolutely. Frankie, so who are some of the actors and actresses that you have worked with?
Jennifer Lawrence, Adam Sandler, Christian Bale, Mark Wahlberg.
Mark Wahlberg?
David Spade.
Where was that? What movie?
Mark Wahlberg, the fighter.
Yeah.
And also in Ted. I worked in both those movies. I worked with, so many. Melissa McCarthy, Sandra Bullock, Ryan Reynolds.
Sandra Bullock. I love her.
Fantastic.
Sandra Bullock was nice.
I wanted to ask you, there's a lot of films being done in Massachusetts.
Yeah.
The reason for it is because of the tax incentives, do you believe?
That's correct. What happened was every 2 years, the unions and the production companies had to meet with the governor. Now, this year, what happened was Charlie Baker says, instead of signing every 2 years, let's just make it permanent. So he signed off. He made it permanent.
It's permanent.
It's permanent now. So now all the production companies like Disney, Lionsgate, Paramount, they all want to come here now. Because they're guaranteed at 25%. Before they weren't guaranteed, and they were up in the air. They didn't want to
commit.
They didn't want to come. No, they didn't want to lose money.
Now down the Cape, isn't there a big studio down the Cape somewhere?
They're going to open a new studio.
It's not open yet.
No, 2 months at Foxborough.
What's down the Cape that I'm thinking about?
There was one, Mike.
I don't know if
the Mass Movie Guild, Commonwealth of Mass.
Yeah.
They did it in Weymouth. It was in Weymouth, not down the Cape.
Yeah, that's right.
It was.
It's at the air.
The reason I'm saying is that my family
Naval Air
business.
Station.
My family business did a lot of business with them, and then they closed it down. I can't remember what it was called, but they did a movie. What the hell was the name of it? They did it out on an island off of Salem, and my family business supplied all of the lumber. They brought, hundreds of thousands of dollars in lumber on these barges, and built an entire village on this little island off the coast of Salem somewhere. Yeah. But anyway, Frankie, there's a lot of standing around when there's a movie shoot, isn't there, for a guy like you?
Yeah, well, it's up to everybody. Even if you have a speaking role, you got to stand around until you're in a certain set. So. You have to stay around. You're in the holding room for the green room. You have a coffee and read you have to take a lot of reading material with you. Yeah, but there is a lot of standing around.
So if you have a background part in a movie, let's say one scene, typically is that all shot in one day or is it a couple of days?
Well, it depends on. It's usually a couple of days because they want to get it right. They want to have I did American Hustle. I was the waiter. I was coming out of the kitchen with the food, and I served Christian Bale and Jennifer Lawrence. And they said, "What do we have?" And I said, "We're having the chicken masala." So, that's my favorite. Let me smell. Talk. You have small scenes like that.
Nice.
But what's good about it, when you have a scene with them, you stay with them the whole day.
Now, do you have for instance, that scene we're talking about, your chicken masala?
Yeah.
Is that a scripted? For you, is it scripted exactly? You said it like that,
exactly.
Or can you ad lib a little bit?
No, it's scripted.
It's all scripted.
Yeah.
What was the best role, in your opinion, and the most fun role that you've ever had?
Oh wow, that's.
I don't want to put you in the spot.
I had a lot of fun doing Grown Ups because in Grown Ups,
who was in that?
There was Adam Sandler. There was Adam Sandler, David Spade, Chris Rock, and. Kevin James, and what happened was I was playing one of the fathers it was a basketball team. They put a wig on me, long-haired wig, because it was done in the late '60s and early '70s. So then after on the break, we were playing basketball with Adam Sandler, Chris Rock, David Spade, and we were playing some hoops. Adam Sandler became a good friend because I met him after that about 4 or 5 movies, and he got to know me. So. He always gives me a high five. Hey, Frankie, how you doing?
Good stuff. Frankie, there's one image that is really cool, and that's the one with you on the phone with Chaz Palminteri.
Oh, yeah.
What was that movie?
That movie was called Vault. It was filmed in a federal prison in Providence. And what happened was the mob they orchestrated a big fur robbery. It's a true story. They got $33 million, and it was orchestrated by the mob from the prison. And I played a bookie. I was like the prison bookie. I was on the phone taking the numbers.
You look like a bookie. I mean, you're a perfect fit. What do you think, Tom? I mean,
are you kidding,
he
man?
would be perfect. So
you were
a bookie in prison.
Yeah, bookie in prison. Yep, I was the prison bookie. Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
We're standing
Did
around.
you ever meet? Did you get the chance to chat with Palmentary?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, we talked all day. Actually, Chad's invited us out to the Capitol Grill in Providence after the set was over. We got over about 9 o'clock at night. She said, "I'll take all you guys for dinner." So we went down to Providence at the Capitol Grill.
I wanted to ask you: do you have to travel very much in this industry? Like, do you take most of the parts like in New England, or
Yeah, mostly New England.
do they come to you, or do you put your name in to be considered? How does it work?
Well, I'm on they call it talent log in my resume. It's on Boston Casting and on all the other ones, casting sites. Also, SAG sends us a bulletin online, and then we apply for that particular movie. And then if they see what part you could use you at, they call you, and now you have to go for a COVID test on the set, before the set, and the next day, if you go, you have to take another one. So,
Unbelievable. We are chatting with Frankie Imbergamo. When we come back, Frank, I want to talk about the Sordis. What kind of money do you guys make?
All right.
You don't have
You're
to
gonna
tell
share
him.
that.
Don't tell him.
No, he's gonna. If you don't
Ask
tell
him
us,
how
you
much
don't get
he
out
makes.
alive. You don't get out alive if you don't share that with us.
No, I will. I'll share it because
That's what I think.
every movie's different. That's why.
All right, Frankie's in the house. Hang in there. We'll be right back.
Yep.
This is David from the Sicilian Corner. You know, Mike, Tom, and I love to go to Salisbury Beach, but we love different things and we can never agree. Tom likes the casual family-style dining with great Italian cuisine, Capri Seaside Italian Grill. Me, I love the elegant romantic vibe, Sea Glass with the amazing view and terrific menu with prices that'll make it the place you want to visit every week. Mike loves a drink in his hand and a cool ocean breeze right off the surf and the rhythms of an even cooler reggae band. We all know Mike loves Bob Marley tunes at Surfside. Who doesn't love a great show? National acts, comedy, regional favorites in the beautiful and intimate Blue Ocean Music Hall. Lucky for us, Atlantic Hospitality is the host of all these great places, and they treat everyone like they're Mike Lamazzo. And best of all, we never have to choose. Park the car once and all of this fun is right at your fingertips. We can have it all in the heart of Salisbury Beach. Find out about all the ways you can have a great night at Salisbury Beach at northshorepavilion.com. And Mike, Tom, and I will see you there.
This is Tom Zappala. Located in the heart of downtown Haverhill, the Haverhill Beef Company is a full-service, old-fashioned butcher shop and meat market that continues to be a valued family tradition since 1952. Peter and Monica Carboni's Haverhill Beef offers individualized service from an outstanding selection of marinated sirloin tips, homemade sausage, marinated chicken, and thick, juicy Chairman Reserve steaks. Your family deserves the best, so call Peter at 978-374-4795 or visit their website at www.haverhillbeef.com.
Hi, this is Mike, and I would like to tell you about the Deborah Care Law Offices, a firm that is focused on estate planning, probate, trust administration, and elder law issues. You will feel comfortable discussing important issues concerning both you and your loved ones, as well as having the information you need to make an informed decision about your family's future. How do I know? Because I'm a client of Dan Deborah Care. If you want to have peace of mind knowing that your loved ones are protected, call Deborah Care Law Offices today. In Massachusetts, 978-686-4645. In New Hampshire, 603-894-4141.
At Catadella Funeral Home, we reinvest in our business to provide your family with the best facilities. It begins with a beautifully landscaped exterior, parking for 250 vehicles, and a comfortable and inviting access to our renovated interior. Funerals can be costly, so you should review and compare plans to make sure you receive services that are fairly priced. I invite you to experience the Catadella difference in cost, facility, and service.
Catadella's honoring and celebrating the lives of the people we loved, providing exceptional care since 1929.
This is Cindy,
And Mike Kunstler,
owners of Grazie Italian Restaurant in Dracut, Massachusetts.
the hidden gem of the Merrimac Valley.
In addition to spectacular views overlooking our golf course, we have an incredible Italian chef, Benny Curti.
Benny was born and raised in Italy and came to be our executive chef in 2013.
Benny is so passionate about cooking. If you haven't experienced the food at Grazie Italian Restaurant, you're truly in for a treat.
Grazie Italian Restaurant, located at Four Oaks Country Club.
Okay, we are back. Our last segment with Frankie Imbergamo. So, Frankie, what kind of you're part of a union now, right? SAG is a union, correct?
That's correct. Yep, Screen Actors Guild. Yeah.
So, what's a typical? May I? And if you don't have to answer this, what's typical compensation? Is it by the day, by the hour, by the movie? How do they typically do it?
Well, if you're a Screen Actors Guild member, you get paid by the hour, close to, it's up to about, say, $27, $28 an hour right now. And after you get $28 an hour for 8 hours, then from 8 to 10 hours, you get time and a half. Then from 10 to anything over 10, you get double time. So you average about 7, maybe to 800 a movie a day. Now, the only thing is how that you could make a lot more money. What happens, like I was in American Hustle, they saw me say a few words. If you say a few words now, you get your pay, plus you get a bump, about $800.
You know,
really?
Yeah.
Tommy, you'd make a freaking fortune because the way you talk. Because nobody else would be able to say a word.
Yeah, right.
He'd
make more money that way.
He'd be good for at least $100,000 every show.
Personally, I probably should have been an actor. Because I have the looks, I have the eloquence, I have the voice.
Well,
I should have been an actor.
Well,
you definitely have the looks.
When you're ready, you let me know, and I'll put you in a movie. I'll get you.
I'm good. Actually, Mikey, I think would be a perfect background player, whatever you call him.
No question about it.
He could be in every freaking mob movie in the country.
Yeah.
Right?
Or a lawyer. He maybe make a good lawyer.
Yeah, he would actually. You'd make a good lawyer, Mikey.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would.
I think so.
I like getting dressed up, so that would be a good
yeah.
role.
Yeah, right.
Wearing a suit.
Yeah.
I like that. We did a talent show on TV for quite a while. Debbie
right?
Crosby.
Oh, yeah.
Deborah.
I know Deborah, yeah.
Mike, you would be a good judge. Frank, what do you think?
I think it'd do
because of all that hair and stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway,
you would make a good judge.
Yeah, really?
I think so. Yeah.
Who's the guy that does they put him on as a judge at 8:00 at night now?
Steve Harvey.
Steve Harvey. Yeah.
He's on the Family Feud, guys.
Yeah. Tommy, is he a judge?
No, he's not a judge.
I can't stand the guy. So
No.
you're asking
he's
the wrong
good
person.
at Family Feud. He really is.
Yeah, I don't
this
like
thing about the judge, I don't. Here come the judge. Here come the judge.
I don't think. I think they're just. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't impress me. Frankie, all right, so you've made yourself a pretty good living doing this, a nice little side gig. Anything coming up down the future that you have lined up, or do you just wait for the phone to ring?
No, there's some movies coming up now, but they didn't start yet. But there's one now, one that just got finished with Paul Giamatti. It was called The Holders. That's just got done. The next movie's coming. Tommy Lee Jones is coming here next month.
I heard that. I read that recently.
Yeah, he's coming here to a movie.
No, were you in the Giamatti movie?
No, I wasn't in that movie. I wasn't in that movie. I was doing something else.
Tommy, what was the movie that was filmed in Lawrence? They took a lot of pictures of the Duck Bridge.
That was and
they had all the old cars.
Do you remember? Ben Affleck. The town, our town, I don't remember, but they did. They
highlighted Lawrence, really
nice,
really did.
That was the Tender Bar.
What is it?
The Tender Bar, the Ben Affleck movie.
No, that wasn't it.
It was.
It was like
I remember Essex Street. It took place like in the 20s and 30s.
Yeah, they had the old cars.
Oh, that was Live by Night.
That's what it was. That's what it was. Yeah, I had one of the old cars in front of me. He pulled out. They used to stage him, Tommy, at the Lawrence General Hospital parking lot. And one pulled out in front of me on Canal Street. Gets to a set of lights, and the thing died right there.
I was in a movie once.
What, really? What was that?
The name of the movie was not A Separate Piece. Remember the book A Separate Piece? No, you don't read. There was a book that was actually a bestseller.
I don't talk like that to him.
It's called A Separate Piece, and they made the movie back in 1971. And I was an extra, and my brother, we were all extras. They filmed it at Salisbury Beach.
Oh, wow.
And when we had the businesses at the beach, they transformed the entire center into the 1940s.
Oh, wow.
And you know who had the only speaking role of all the extras, and they paid her really handsomely? Madame Jean. Remember she was a fortune teller.
Oh, yeah.
And one of the scenes was her actually giving the fortune to one of the two boys that were the actors. Yeah, it was a fun day.
I think her daughter took over now, right? Didn't her daughter take that fortune teller?
She did, but she's moved. They've moved down. She's in Jersey now.
Tommy, I wish they'd get going on those condos down at Salisbury Beach. I really do.
Well, that's not going to happen right now. But anyways, let's get back to Frankie. Frankie, all right. So now, do you still cook? You do a lot of cooking?
Yeah, I still do a lot of cooking, yeah.
Maureen,
what are your specialty dishes?
Mostly Italian dishes, like red sauce dishes, like chicken parm, lasagna, meatballs, eggplant parm, things. Then the white sauce dishes, pasta dishes, like chicken broccoli ziti, a lot of chippini.
Does your wife cook, or do you do all the cooking?
No, I do all the cooking. My wife doesn't cook.
So Maureen must love it.
She does a lot of. She works for the post office, and she likes photography, and she does arts and crafts, things like that.
Frankie, what's your take on the what's going on at the North End with the restaurants? Are you for or against these guys paying $7,500?
Oh, I think the restaurants are getting the shaft, because you know why? $7,500 is a lot of money, and what they should do was just like you'd say, everybody has to pay $500 in the whole city. Why should it not then be singled out? That's not right.
Well, it's a very unique neighborhood.
I mean, I know the people can't park, but they were paying $450 a month for that parking space in front of this. So why? And the people in the North End complain about the parking, but they're not guaranteed that space.
No, you're absolutely 100%
I
right.
grew up there. I used to go around 2-3 hours to get a space. You know.
Frankie, where did you grew up? You were born there, right?
Yeah, I grew up on the lower end of Hanover Street, between Gero's Restaurant and Charter Street. That block.
Okay, yeah, know exactly where that is.
The lower end.
Do you have a favorite restaurant, Frank?
Don't get on the spot.
In the North End?
No, I'm going to put him right on the spot. What's your favorite restaurant in the North End?
I go to Losteria's on Salem Street.
Everybody, I've never been there. Mikey, have you ever eaten
Yeah,
there?
I have. I've been there a couple of times.
Tommy Fasese raves about Losteria.
Yeah, they have
Their
great
food is good.
Yeah, I go there. I go a few places. I go. Aria is good too. Aria on Hanover Street upstairs.
Yeah, upstairs.
From the
I've eaten there. Very good.
And Lucia's is good. And,
that's like eating at home. Those three brothers do such a nice job, huh?
Yeah, they do.
I
Felix,
like
Joe.
Pagliucas too, though.
Pagliucas.
Oh yeah, Joe's a nice guy. Joe, he's good. He's good too. Pagliucas.
Love it. Absolutely love it.
We did we got a few minutes left, Frankie. We did this is a very funny story. When Al, Mike, you went with us. When Al Martino was appearing at one of the feasts, we were friends. We were actually good friends. And he called me up and said, hey, let's meet for dinner. So Ellen and I picked him up at his hotel, and I called Joe up, Pagliuca. I said, Joe, I'm coming in. We're going to have a nice dinner. Put us in, that little corner room?
Yeah, right.
Pagliuca's in the back. Yeah. I said, put us back there, because Al's coming in, and Joe was a big Al Martino fan. I said, please don't make a big deal out of it, because it was the feast. So he says, I promise I'm not going to tell anybody. We walk in. It was hysterical.
Funny.
The place is packed. Everybody starts taking out their cameras. Joe's whole family, his whole family was there taking pictures. So now we're having dinner. And we're sitting at the table. And I look over his shoulder, and these 4 big guys come walking towards us, right? And Ellen, I nudge my wife, and Ellen puts her face into the menu, right?
No eye contact.
No, because she said one of the guys had to put his hand on the table. She said he had the most beautifully manicured nails she had ever seen, right? So this guy walks up to, and I think you know the name. He walks up to us and he says to Al, Mr. Martino, my name is Richie Gambale. He said, this is my neighborhood. My neighborhood is now your neighborhood.
That's nice.
Oh my God Almighty!
Yeah.
And he picked up the tab, so it was good.
Hey Tom, I just want to mention about the Butcher Boy. And
yeah,
they're our latest sponsor, and I know you're familiar with the Butcher Boy.
Yeah, definitely.
I just want to say that I know there's only a couple of days to Easter, but if you haven't picked anything up, think about the Butcher Boy, because I'll tell you, between the roast tenderloin, the prime rib, lamb is very, very, very popular, especially with the Lebanese, Armenian people. Boneless American leg of lamb, they bone them out themselves. They have boneless stuffed lamb. I'm just reading some of the things that they have. Boar's Head. Boar's Head is known for their fine products, cold cuts. They sell Boar's Head hams. specially cured for the butcher boy. So there's one thing after another. Veal. How about boneless veal roast? If you want to roast the stuff, they stuff it with prosciutto and cheese, Tom.
Yeah.
It's out of this world.
Sounds
but
fantastic.
anyways, the Butcher Boy in North Andover, right on Route 125 and Route 133.
Yeah.
If you need anything last minute, they're loaded. They are loaded. You got a beautiful selection of product to choose from. They make their own ham glaze. Oh, out of this world.
They're good quality stuff
Yeah.
there, yeah.
Good stuff. Frankie, we got about 3 minutes. Three
Okay.
minutes to go. First of all, thank you so much for coming in. We know it was a haul for you to drive in to see us, but you need to. I hope you keep us posted on when we can see you in the
definitely, yeah.
movies again.
Of course, definitely, yeah.
Frankie wants to make a commercial for us. So I think we can make arrangements
Yeah, we
for that.
can make that work.
That'd be
we
nice,
can
yeah.
have Frankie do a spot for us.
Yeah.
I think
Sure.
he'd be great.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Frank, do we have to pay you?
No, you're all set.
I mean, I appreciate that.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate being here. It's a lot of fun.
See the way his mind works. You're a good fan. You're a big fan of Marianne Esposito.
Oh, yeah, Marianne and I met Marianne.
Yeah.
I met her at a cooking event.
Yep.
We took a couple pictures. And
She's a wonderful lady.
She's a sweetheart. Mikey, we're going to be in the studio together next week. Aren't you
Yeah,
thrilled?
I am. All kidding aside,
Come on. You're hosing me now.
No, dude, I wouldn't hog you at all. This is good. This is good. I'm glad you're going to be alongside of me because I like the chemistry when you're there. Because I laugh a lot. You make me laugh.
If I can be honest, I have no desire to see either you or David.
How about Chrissy?
Chrissy, on the other hand, I can't wait to see her.
You should see her today, what she has on. You'd go crazy.
Oh, yeah.
She has a tutu.
She is one hot-looking chick. I'll tell you that right
Yeah.
now.
Oh, my goodness.
Are all the ladies in Australia as pretty as you?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
All right, we got about a minute left. Frankie, you have no website, but people can go onto your Facebook page.
Yep.
You have a great Facebook page, always kind of talking about what you're doing and the latest with food and the latest with the movies. So, congratulations. buddy.
We want to
Thank you
wish
very much.
everybody. We want to wish everybody
Everybody
Tom,
happy Easter. Yeah.
Happy Easter.
Happy Easter.
Happy
right?
Easter.
Happy
And
Easter to all.
enjoy.
And Mikey, we're going to head out tomorrow, and we'll see you when we get home.
Keep me abreast of what's going on. Just like when my brother was flying home, I tracked him on the computer. I could see.
We're driving, baby. Just
I know. But
Take
something. I like to know where you're at and where you stand.
I will. I'll keep you posted.
All right.
Hey, listen.
All right, guys. Have
Thank
a
you.
great week.
Thank
As
you.
always, this is year number 21 for Mike and I. I don't know where the years have gone by. And by the way, Mikey, we have a new. I don't know if David told you. We have new images going on to our Facebook page because
I saw him already.
Oh, do I look good?
Hey, menza. Hey, once again, happy Easter,
Happy
everybody.
Easter.
Enjoy.
And remember, if you
Thank
can't
you
make
for
fun of
having-
yourself, please don't make fun of anyone. Have a great.
Thanks again for
Ciao,
having me.
everybody.
Ciao. Thank you.
Audio Jungle.
The views and opinions expressed by the hosts, guests, or callers of this program do not necessarily reflect the opinions of the Studio 21 Podcast Café, the United Podcast Network, its partners, or affiliates.